In this video, we're gonna learn about how to multiply polynomials. In order to multiply polynomial, we use a product rule. As I mentioned it earlier, we multiply the coefficients and we add the exponent value of the variable part. So if it's number part and then variable part, it has it's a variable part and it has power 2, and then power of n, a plus power of m plus n. For example, 3x squared into 4x into 5, we multiply 3 into 4, we get 12, and then we keep the x as it is, the variable, and then we add its exponent value, which is 2 plus 5 is 12. And then we have we also use distributive property when we multiply monomials by polynomials. So we have a into b plus c. In the parentheses, we multiply a into b first, and then we multiply a into c. We get a plus b, a plus c. So if I do an example for this, it would be 2y squared minus 2y squared into 5y cubed minus 4y plus 7. Here I multiply 2 into 5 first. I will get 10, and then I will add their variables exponent value, which would give me 10y to the power 5, and then I will multiply 2 into the 4y again. Here 2 into y squared minus 4. Here I have a minus 2 and then minus 4. I get a sign of plus, and then I would add the exponent value here. Here y is by itself, so it has a power to 1, and then 2 plus 1 is 3. And then again I multiply 2 into 7 here. It would give me minus 2y squared into 7 is equal to 14y squared, because 7 has no variable or exponent value, so we just multiply the coefficient by coefficient. So in the end we get minus 10 plus 8y minus 14. That is our final answer. So in order to multiply, we also have a FOIL method. In this, let's see, we have a plus b and c plus d. We will multiply a into c first and then a into d first. We get ac plus ad, and then we multiply b into c first and then b into d first. We get bc plus bd. So I'll show you with the example here. It is actually a FOIL method. First we will multiply x by x. We get x squared. Here x into x, we get x squared, and then we get the outer part of this. We multiply x into 5, we get 5x. And then we do the inner part of the bracket. We do a multiply x, 3 into x, we get 3x. And then we get 3 into 5, we get 5 by itself. It's gonna be 15. I made a mistake in writing here. It's gonna be 15 here. 3, 5, and 15. And then here we will combine a like term. So x squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15. And then here x is the like term. So we're going to add these two. We will get 8x. And we're going to keep the x as it is and then 15 as it is. So here we get the answer. We can solve this equation, this multiplying equation, by FOIL method, or we can use vertical method. But there is a problem. It only works for one variable term, and the biggest term should be first in descending orders, as I was doing earlier. I think I mentioned in few examples. So the biggest term should be first in descending order. So here we had x plus 3 and x plus 5. We're gonna x plus 3 into x plus 5, and then we're gonna use a vertical method like how we were used to do it when we were child. We are gonna be doing x plus 3 into x plus 5. We're gonna write them vertically, and then we're gonna multiply. So 5 into 3 is 15, and then 5 into x is 5x. And then we add the multiply sign here, we add the plus sign as it is, because here x to the plus is plus. And then we multiply. X to the 3 is 3x, and then x to the x is x squared. Now we add the whole thing. 15 come as it is, plus sign as it is, and then 5x plus 3x is equal to it's gonna be 8x. Why did I make so many mistakes here? It's gonna be 8x and then plus x squared. X squared is gonna be, here is our final answer. As you can see, this answer and this answer is the same, only because we had one variable term, and the biggest one was the first in descending order. So in the next part, I'm gonna talk about multiply special products. So first, I'll talk about square of the binomial. Here are some formulas that we use in order to solve polynomials. I have a plus b squared. It gives me a squared first. A squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and then I have a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. If I try to do an example with this, it's gonna be, I have an equation here, x plus 4 power to the x. So first I will use this formula, a plus b squared, it's similar, and then I would write a squared, which is x is a, and then this is b. You should let me write it with this. This is a, this is b. So a squared is gonna be x squared, and then we're gonna write 2 as it is, and then ab, again ab is gonna be 4x. B is 4. As I mentioned earlier as well, we write the number part before the variable part, so it's gonna be flipped. It's gonna be AB or BA. And then we're gonna write b squared, which is gonna be 4 to the square, which is gonna be 16. And then we're gonna multiply 2 to the 4x is gonna be 8x plus 16 as it is, and then x squared as it is. So that is how we get the answers for square roots. And then if we have a differences of squares, if we have a minus b and then a plus b, it's gonna be equal to a squared minus b squared. Here I have example, it's gonna be x minus 5 and then x plus 5. And then I'm gonna give them a and b, and then a and then b. So first I have a square is x to the square, and then I have 5 to the square is gonna be 5 into 5 is 25. Which is also, I just saw it now, we can also do it like the other way. We can do x into x is x squared minus 5 into 5 is 25. And then we add the minus. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but it's the same answer that you get. Then we have formulas for cube of the binomial. It's a plus b cubed then a minus b cube is equal to square minus 3ab plus b minus 3ab square plus b cube. If I try to do an example with this, it's gonna be x plus 2 cube root. It's gonna give me, let me write a and b first. So first it's gonna be a cube, which is gonna be, my a is x, so it's gonna be x cube, and then it's gonna be 3, and then a square again, which is gonna be x square again, and then b into b is 2b, and then I have 3x3, and then a into b square again, so it's gonna be 3x into 4 plus, and then we're gonna write the b cube. B cube is 2. If we multiply 2 into 2 into 2, we get 8. So here we get the 8. And then we're gonna multiply whatever it is into the thing. We get 3x squared into 2, we get 6x squared plus 3 into 4 is 12x, and then plus 8. That is our answer. So here I'll try to solve some polynomial expressions with and simplifying them. So the first example we have is 3xy into x squared plus 3y plus 2x minus 6. I'm gonna multiply 3 into everything first, and then I'm gonna use a distributive property here. So it's gonna be 3xy into x squared is gonna give me 3x cubed into y, and then plus I'm gonna get 3 into 3y. 3 into 3 is 9, and then x, I have no x here to be multiplied. I'm gonna keep the x it is, and then y into y, I'm gonna keep the y, and then add their values is gonna be y2. And then for the next one, 3 into 2 is gonna be 6, and then I'm gonna keep the x as it is, and add their exponent value, which is 1 and 1, which give me 2, and then I have y from here. Minus, I have 3 into 6 is 18, and xy as it is. This is our answer. This term does not have any other like terms, so we cannot multiply or add or subtract any more of these terms. Next, I have 2x minus 4 and x squared plus 5. First, I'm gonna do the distributive property again. We'll multiply this by this and this by this first. FOIL, this is actually a FOIL method. So it's gonna be 2x into x squared is gonna be 2x cubed. And then I have 2 into 5x is gonna be 10x squared, and then I'm gonna multiply this and then this. So 4, actually it's gonna be minus 4 plus x2 is gonna be minus 4x squared, and then I have 4 into 5x is gonna be 5x. And then here we're gonna add the like terms, whatever is addable or subtractable, we're gonna do that. So it's gonna be Oh, I'm sorry. It's gonna be 2x cubed plus 10 x squared minus 4x squared. These both are like terms, so we're gonna subtract them. It's gonna give us 6x squared. We have a plus sign here, and then we have, wait, I wrote that wrong here. It's gonna be 5 into 4 is gonna be 20x, and then we have minus 20x, not plus, minus. Minus 20x, so that is gonna be written as itself. And then I'm gonna try to solve 2 more examples for this, which is, again, I'm gonna be using distributed property for this. So I'm gonna multiply this whole thing by x and then whole thing by y first. It's gonna be x into x squared plus 3xy minus y squared, and then y into x squared plus 3x y squared, which is gonna give me x cubed plus x cubed plus 3x squared y minus y squared xy squared. And then I have for the y, I have there's gonna be a plus sign, y x y squared, and then plus 3xy, and then minus y cubed. So we're gonna look for alike terms. We have no cube roots, so it's gonna be 3x, and then it's gonna be x cubed minus 3. If we combine the like terms, we get 3 plus this is x squared. We add these two. If we add these two, we get 4. We get 4x squared to the y, and then we add those two. We get 2xy to the square, y to the square, and then we have minus y cubed here. That is our final answer. And for the last question, I will be solving this with the formula because it has 2x plus 3y and y squared plus x to the square. It's gonna be like a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So for this is a, this is b, and first it's gonna be a square, which is gonna be 2x to the square, and then it's gonna be 2, and then 2x a, and then 3 y squared, which is gonna be 2ab here, which this is our a and b, and we plus, and then we have b to the square. B to the square is 3 square, 3y square And then we have another square root here. So if we solve this, we get 2 squared is 4x plus 2 into 3 is 6. We get 6 into 2 is 12. 12xy to the square plus 3 times, I'm actually gonna multiply 3 squared is 9, and I'm gonna add those values of the exponents, variable exponents. It's gonna give me y to the 4, and our final answer is 4x plus 12y xy squared plus 9 y to the 4. And then lastly, I'm gonna be talking about long division. How do we divide the polynomials? We follow 4 steps. First one we have is first we divide and then we multiply and then we subtract. So I have x minus 2 divided by 2x cubed plus x squared minus 6x into 8. In this situation, I'm gonna first divide. I'm gonna divide the first number by x, and then here is the first step, 2x. I divide 2x cubed divided by x, the first variable. So here, if I'm dividing, I'm gonna subtract the values of I'm gonna subtract the variables exponents here. It's gonna give me 2x squared. And then if the next step is multiplying, I get 2x squared. I will multiply that by this whole thing. 2x squared into x minus 2. 2x squared. So here, 2x into x squared give me x cubed, and then minus 4x into 2. 2 into 2 is 4x squared. And then 2x cubed minus 2. I will write whatever I get is here, and then I multiply. I subtract all this, and then I cancel that, and here I subtract x squared plus minus 4x gives me 5x, because if I minus plus, then I get 5x squared. And then again, whatever is left, I divide that again with x, and then I get 5x, and then I multiply 5x by x into 2, which gives me 5x into 2 is 5x, and then 5x into 5 into x is 5x squared. 5x into 2 is 10x, and I bring down 6 from here, and then I subtract those. I cancel 5x squared into 5x squared. This is going to be x squared here. And then I subtract these two, which I get plus 4x. And then next I will divide 4x by x and then multiply it by x into 2, which I get 4x minus 8. And then I subtract those, and then I write my final answer, which is 2x squared plus 5x plus 4. This is my final answer. Now I'll try to show how to solve the next two examples. So here I have x plus 1 divided by x cubed plus minus 4x plus 3. So here we have x cubed. We have to add we would have to add x square term, because the variables should be in descending order, and then we can carry on to multiply all these variables and divide it. So here first I'm gonna be dividing x cubed by x, which will give me x squared, and then I write x squared here, and then I multiply by this. X squared into x plus 1 gives me x cubed plus 1x square, and then I write that here. It gives so it's gonna be x cubed. This is my remainder, x cubed plus x square, and then I cancel these. I cancel this, and then there's a plus, and there's gonna be minus sign. Cancel these two. And then whatever is left, I am left with x. I'm gonna multiply x by here. Next I'm gonna be multiplying this by x into 1, and then I get x squared minus 4x. So I'll keep x squared minus 4x, 1x here, 1x, and then I will take 4x here. I forgot to bring it down. So if I minus 4x minus 1, I get 3x, and then here is the x squared. I get cancelled from here, and then I bring down the 3 from up there, and then I divide 3 again by x. I get here, I will write it by, now I will write minus 3 by x. I multiply that by x minus 1. Again, I get 3x minus 3 here. 3x minus 3, I will write that as minus, and then minus. I cancel those two, and then I get 0. And then this is my final answer. X squared minus x minus 3 divided by 6, and x plus 1. Wait, this is gonna be 6 here instead of 0. Wait, let me. It's gonna be plus minus minus, and it's gonna be 6. If we add those 3 into 3, we cannot cancel those. We can only cancel 3 into 3. There is no minus for both of those, so it's gonna be 6. And then I have one more example for the addition. It's gonna be x minus 2, x4 minus 3, x cubed plus 5. X squared minus 6x plus 7. So now I'm gonna divide x cube root x into x is gonna give me x cube, and then I'm gonna x cube into x cube into x minus 2. I will get x minus 4 minus 2 6 cube. This is what I will get, 6x over, and then I cancel, I get 0, and then I cancel this. I will get x to the 2 here. Oh my god, I don't know what is wrong with me. This is going to be 2, and then I get my answer as minus 1 cube root. Then I divide minus 1x cube into x is gonna give me x squared. Here I get 1x squared plus 1x squared, and then I get multiply 1x squared multiplied by x minus 2, and then I get 1x cubed minus 1 into 2 is 2x squared. So I bring down 5x here, and then I write whatever I get is plus 1x cubed, and then minus 2x squared. And then I subtract those again. This get cancelled, and then I left with 3x squared to the plus, and then I bring down my 6 here, minus 6x, and then I divide 3x squared by x. I get 3x, and then I got 3x into x minus 2 here, and then I would get 3x squared minus 6x. So here I get my 3x, I get 6x, and then I would write that here is x squared minus 6x, and then I cancel these two, and then I left with 7. So in order to write that as as my final answer, I would write it as x cubed plus 1x squared minus 3x remainder to the 6, we have 7 over x minus 2. So this is how you solve a long division, and that's how you simplify and learn how to do polynomials. Thank you so much.